Okay. Hi, Ken from ALO Audio. I'm here today to talk to you about how to disassemble your Continental for the purposes of replacing your tubes or tube rolling and also servicing the battery. And it's really quite easy to do it. We include this little, I think it's a 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench that comes with it that you will be able to take the screws out and remove everything. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Real quickly, whenever you handle PCB boards, there's always a chance that you can damage the components via electrostatic discharge. I'm not going to go into it too much, but I'm going to include a link in this video to some information on safe handling of PCB boards. General rule of thumb, you want to handle the board on the edge like this, and I'll include a link for some safety measures for ESD for handling. When you're handling it, just hold it on the edge like this and you should be good. And again, I'll include the link for some information and where you can buy the little wrist straps to ground yourself. And let me show you how to take this apart. Okay, so what I got here is the board for the Continental, and the reason why we're doing this video is so I can show you how to, again, remove the access the tubes and remove the enclosure. And why do we want to do that? Well, we have a big list of different vacuum tubes that are compatible with the Continental, and we've made this system where you have this PCB board with an 8-pin header, and it's very easy to just plug these on to the Continental so you can change the tubes. Why do you want to change the tubes? Well, mainly because the sound will be a little different depending on the type of tubes that you have. We also have a number of tubes that run cooler. They're the single triodes as opposed to the dual triodes, and I'll post a link to the tube rolling thread in this video. And here's my Continental. It comes with a 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench. If you don't have one, let us know. It should have come with your amp. First thing you want to do is remove the knob counterclockwise. Comes right off. Then you want to flip it over. You got 4 screws on the back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take those off with your handy dandy Allen wrench here. Pull those out. Should come right out. Take that out. Go. 2, 3. 4. There you go. Once you get that out, then hold it all together and flip it over like this so it doesn't fall apart. Make sure you get pressure on everything. Set it down. And then the first thing you want to do is remove this back plate. It just slides right back off like that. The lid should just come right out. You can clean the back here too if you need be. And then this slides forward. And there you go. You have access to the whole thing. If you want to go further, you can unplug the battery. It's just a little receptacle with a key here, so it just pressure pulls in and out, no problem. This is VHB taped to the enclosure, so it doesn't rattle around. And if you want to pull this out, you again grab by the edge and just lift it right out. I'm going to move this out of the way. Talk about that in a minute. Set that down. Here's the tubes. You want to replace them. Sure, you can pull them out. I would try not to touch this because it likes fingerprints. So again, holding it by the edge. And there's a little bit of VHB tape on the bottom here. That is just to keep the tube straight. You don't need it, but it's good to have. I'm going to just pull it. I'm just going to wiggle this straight out. There's an 8-pin header here. It's just going to come right out and off. There's the tape. So there's these are actually Sylvania 6021s. These are aftermarket. I'm going to pull those out. I'm going to pull this one out here, and then I'm going to put the stock tubes back in. And you want to put them in with this 8-pin header. You make sure you don't miss one. Like this one here is no good. That's a fail. You want to get all of them in like that. Nope, that one's no good either. Like this. There you go. And wiggle, and then down. Looks good. Here's another one. Push this one in. Yeah. There we go. Make sure they're nice and straight. They look okay. And then I'm going to pull this back. This is really important. These standoffs, these little washers, are glued down. If they should come undone, make sure they don't come out and rattle around here. That will short something out. So I'm going to put this back in. I'm going to carefully slide this back in. Make sure this is kind of out of the way because it can bind. Make sure your holes are lined up. Plug the battery back in. Make sure it's off. Battery's going in. And then this is just you're just gonna simply set it here and push it in. And then these light pipes can be a hang up because they won't go in the hole sometimes. So you can use the volume shaft to kind of guide it around. Yeah, there we go. If they don't go in, sometimes they pop up. You have to push them down with your finger. Set down. So, and then you push this out of the way. You're going to put this lid back on here. Like that. This is going to slide back in. Straight in. There. Sometimes this can be a little bit tricky to get. The DC jack can sometimes be a little bit of a hang up. So you have to kind of monkey around with that a little bit. See if I can get, there we go. So that went in. I'm all together. Right, now I'm going to flip it back upside down so it doesn't fall apart. Hold it all together, set it down gently, and put all the screws back in. This, that. Screw this down. Holding it together. Go. Good. One more here. Last one. Doesn't have to be too tight, but just, hand tight. Flip it over. Tubes look good. Then when you want to put the knob back, you make sure you have the flat part of the shaft where the set screw is going to hit. Put that on so that it touches the flat part. Push it all the way in, tighten it up. You're good to go. There it is, fully assembled, back together, Continental dual mono by audio line out.